Welcome to the Pirate Broadcast, where we interview interesting people doing interesting things, where you can expand your connections, your community. Kindness is cool and smiles are free. And let's get this party started. And it's a great day for the Pirate Broadcast. I have an amazing opportunity for you today because we're going to be talking a little bit about LinkedIn as it pertains to company pages, and also some showcase pages and some things that are going to, I think, draw a little bit of interest in the pirate community. And as always, you know, if you're not here live and you dropped in and you found us on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitter, on russjohns.com, wherever you happen to be following us, just like, comment, share, you know, kind of reach out and do all that social stuff that makes things work in the social world. And today we have a pirate in the room that's been making some amazing progress, just crushing it out there on new followers, likes, and also has done some amazing things on the on expanding the business pages. So we're going to be talking about that. Randal, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Doing A-okay. Wasn't it pretty good that we figured out why I was in the fog?
Yeah. Well, it's been raining there, and the weather's been a little bit humid, so I'm sure that you've got a little bit of humidity on your camera. So, but it's all cleared up now. We're all good.
Yeah.
So
how about that?
So, Randal, you've been in the food business for over 40 years, and you've been talking about food. You've been prepping food, and now on LinkedIn, you've been on LinkedIn for years. And this year, you've just been, it just seems like an explosion for you. You want to talk about what you've done and how far you've developed this year alone?
Yeah, I started on LinkedIn in 2009 when I found out that, hey, this is a good way to kind of keep track of everybody in the, in the category that you're in. I was all in on LinkedIn. Hey, Russ, remember the deal was we used to take articles from professional journalists and then share them. And that's what we did in the beginning.
Yeah.
And about 5 years later, 6 years later, for me anyway, when they decided to let amateurs like me start writing my own stuff, that's when I realized that, whoa, wait a minute. Hey, that's pretty cool. People actually, follow it and read it, and the distribution was pretty good. So for the last 6 years, I've been writing about American food companies. Russ, I figured that, hey, that's something in the country that we live in today, that's something that we could all agree on. Buying stuff from the United States, products that are made in the U.S.
Fantastic. I want to say, that Gabriel's here. He says, hello, everyone. Hi, my fellow pirate.
Hey, Gabriel.
You know Gabriel.
Oh, yeah.
And then got to love Randal and Calvin. Absolutely, positively. One of the things that I love about you and Calvin is the focus you have on the food industry. And you've expanded that food industry to all 50 states. And so you went through a process where you actually got LinkedIn to give you access to create is it a showcase page?
Yes, I started out by making a showcase page for the U.S. I made one for Texas, and I made one for Louisiana, and that's how I started off. And then it was working out pretty good, so I figured, it would be great if I could just do all 50 states. So it took a while to get LinkedIn probably thought I was crazy. Are you kidding me? You want 50 of them? Yeah, I wanted one for each state. And so far I have followers for each one of the 50 showcase pages. And what I do is when I write about a company, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll put it on that particular page. And by the way, Russ, hey, how about this? I guess after this is over, I'm going to go ahead and do a contest, a free food giveaway of some product that's made in the state of Texas. You spent some time in Texas, right?
I was in Houston for for a number of years. Yeah,
You probably eat the stuff that's coming from Texas, don't you?
I probably do.
Yeah. Anyway, Calvin and I started this food giveaway. It actually started out with a company out of Texas called Texana Brands Olive Oil. Did you know they had olive trees in Texas?
I don't doubt they have anything in Texas. It never surprises me.
I knew California. From what I understand, I'm not positive, but I think there's like 50,000 acres of olive trees in California, and there's like 5,000 in Texas. So anyway, Michael J. Paz told me, "Hey, Randall, if you want to give product away, why don't you go ahead and do that?" And we decided to give 6 bottles of olive oil that's made there, different flavors, and like jalapeno and onion and garlic and that type of stuff as far as olive oil is concerned. And we gave that away. And we figured the way to do it is let Calvin get involved. I put Calvin in charge of that.
I love that.
Yeah, so Calvin's in charge of that, of giving product away. And it, unfortunately, since my whole family's LSU, he happens to be Alabama. So he picks the winning name out of his Alabama hat, and that's how we got started with it. We started doing it 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah.
And anyway, so today we're going to go ahead and, if you follow, my personal page today, Calvin's going to give 6 bottles of Texana Brands olive oil. He's going to give 5 packs of egg rolls from Dallas, and that's Van's Kitchen. And then he's going to give 4 bottles of salsa, 4 jars of salsa away, 2 green and 2 red from La Casita out of Texas. So it's a Texas giveaway. So that's going to be today. And so Calvin's sleeping right now. He's sleeping in right now. And that's the work that he's got to take care of later today.
Yeah. Well, I love the fact that I've watched you grow these business pages and these showcase pages. So for those that aren't familiar with the showcase page, kind of describe to us and tell us, Randall, what that does and how you manage that compared to just a business page or your personal profile.
Look, on December 13th, I had 64 followers. 64 followers on my company page.
On your company page.
Okay, I'm gonna start on the company page.
Okay.
But you see what happened is they came out with this LinkedIn invite feature. And what that does is it makes it real easy to take all your personal followers. It pops them all up to where you could just pick the ones that you want to invite to your LinkedIn company page. Yeah. And what happened was I only had 64 in December, and now I have 2,150. So the LinkedIn company page started growing really well. And what I found out is that the showcase page is set up the same kind of way. So since I have 10,800 connections, I set up the 50 pages, and then little by little, I invite the people that actually live in all those different states to the showcase page. And it gives it, I don't know about you, but if you look for somebody that you're connected to on LinkedIn, it's hard. You don't even remember who you know. It's just so many connections to keep track of. So now what happens for me is some of my connections follow the different states. And if I want to run across, hey, who do I know in Texas? Then I go to my LinkedIn company page. I'm sorry, my LinkedIn showcase page for Texas, for instance, and it'll list all my, pretty much all my connections that I have, because it shows you who's actually following you. And that's a new feature that wasn't available before. Yeah. So if you know who's following you, then you know what type of content you want to write about.
I like that a lot. And so where have you seen some other instances of showcase pages that make a lot of sense? Because I was trying to figure out how, because I could see the business page, and then I could see a showcase page. Say, for instance, if you're doing an event or an expo or something along those lines, you could use that as a springboard to kind of generate some interest in that event. However, you still have to invite people to get there before they can even be notified that it's even an event is taking place. So the way you've done it is pretty, I think it's a wise choice in growing the environment there before you start doing things there. So
you see what happens is you get the people that actually live in the state, and then you get the people that actually are from that state.
yeah,
So the thing in the food business, people move around all the time.
sure.
So you might have a guy in Cincinnati, and you think you work with a guy out of Cincinnati in the food business, and you think he's a Cincinnati Bengals fan, and then you find out he's from Tampa. So he's a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. So you didn't know that because you thought that it was Cincinnati. So that's what you have. You have interest from the people that are originally from that state and the people that are working in that state. Or you got a deal where the company that you work for happens to be from that state. So there's all kinds of different ways of getting connected to that particular state page. So right now it takes a little bit to get it going, but I started, probably about 3 months ago, and I have almost 1,500 followers. So that's not bad. That's not bad. And the fact that you know exactly who they are, that's even greater. That's pretty awesome.
That is pretty awesome. In fact, we got some people here from Andrew is here from he's working on a plant-based bat substitute to help end wet markets. You'll have all flavors of flavor and crunch and real bat, but no COVID aftertaste. Hyatt says unable to stay. He's over in Houston. He's probably got some cravings for some salsa there. He might be reaching out, connecting with you. So Howard Kaufman is here. Terrific content, Randall. Great identification of emerging trends that apply across many diverse consumer categories. I think I connected you guys. Did you get connected with Howard, Randall? You remember?
I think I did.
Yeah.
I think I'm connected.
So Michael Baker says, hello, Russ. Morning, Russ. Thank you so much for being here, Michael. Hopefully you can connect with Gabriel and some of the Pirates here and Randall. I am in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So you probably Gabriel probably is interested in some Texas
He
food.
probably knows about the olive trees.
Yeah, he probably does.
He might have saw some.
It's up that way, isn't it?
You're right. Somewhere in that neighborhood.
Aura says, hi to Randall. You got some fans out there, Randall.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
Michael Baker says, cool. Meeting with Ronnie Wilshire about 9:15. Just tell him I said hello, Hyatt. Say hi to Ronald Earl Wilshire. So it's within your life coaching, Georgetown, Florida. Let's connect. It's within you. Life coaching, Georgetown, Florida. Let's connect. Target market. Okay, cool. Thanks. Great info. I'll check with you later. So Hyatt Ives is checking in with Ronald Earl Wilshire. Garlic olive oil.
That's the one. You can't go wrong with that one.
Reach out, connect with Randall, have Calvin draw your name. And get some olive oil. Hey, Randall and Russ.
Hey, Kenyatta. Calvin really loved her background the other day on your pop-up, your Phoenix pop-up.
Oh,
he
yeah.
said that Kenyatta, he didn't know that Kenyatta had a plane.
That was pretty awesome, wasn't it?
That was a private plane.
So that's another, I love the LinkedIn community for connecting and making sure that we have a lot of different people in the community that we can actually reach out to, and it is, like you said, hard and challenging sometimes to know who to connect to and who's where and what they're doing and everything else. So I love the beauty of the showcase pages in all 50 states. So how has it been for getting products on there to showcase, Randall?
No, as far as what I'm doing is I'm just when I write a story about anybody, I don't really ask any questions. If I find a good product that's got good basically photography, if you got great photos of your product, and I run across it, and then I find out where it's from, then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put, I'll write about it, put it in the state that it belongs. So it's kind of like I'm setting up that big collection.
Yeah.
Hey, didn't you have Hot Wheels as a kid?
Yeah.
No, you collect all your cars. Well, I'm collecting different companies in each one of the categories. That's what it comes down to. But here's the deal. The deal on the LinkedIn company page, a company can talk about, I'm hiring, a forklift operator, I'm a warehouse guy, a salesman. What do I do for the planet? I'm saving electricity or whatever you're doing. But then if, let's say, for instance, a meat company goes ahead and processes bacon, hams, and sausage, then you could actually have a showcase page for sausage. Just talk about sausage. You make 10 different types of sausage. Talk about, do a post on the kielbasa, the Cajun, the pecan smoked hardwood, sausage, whatever, and post about all the different sausage and have that as your showcase page, and then do one for bacon and do one for the categories that you're in. Or what about if you're in the food business? What about if you sell to the food service trade and the retail trade? Then you show all your, you do a retail one where you have all your packages. You got 17 UPCs, so all these different products. But guess what? I make it for the restaurants too. And then you talk about it there. So you could kind of diversify there, food service, retail. And then you could do it by departments. Let's say you sell everything under the sun. You could have a page for deli, bakery, seafood, meat, and do it that way. And LinkedIn has it set up to where they have where you could get 10 showcase pages. So I think it works. It would be a good thing to set up. I think that's the way I look at it.
It'd be interesting because I could imagine like a general contractor could say we specialize in inspections. So you have a showcase page for inspections, or we do barn, pole barns, or we do, high-end custom homes, and we could have a show page for that. So each division could have its own showcase page.
It's just like Roger Wakefield. He could talk about plumbing. He could talk about plumbing for the commercial side, plumbing for the home side. He could actually break it down if Roger wanted to do it.
So the strategy, though, when you get a showcase page, is you can actually invite people, and you can see who attends that page, connects with that page, so you have more visibility on who's actually contributing to the community there, right?
Right. So it's just like New York. New York, I have 92 followers. Almost about 50% of that is journalists. Okay, so I have journalists following. Okay, from most of the major networks, and then I have chain stores that are in New York that are following it. It could be deli, it could be bakery, it could be frozen food, it could be all the different departments. And then I have manufacturers that are there. You have Rosina and Crepini, and you have Acme Smoked Fish, and Screaming Onions out of that area. So they follow it too. So you got a combination of all kinds of people following.
So let me ask you a question, Randal. Do you have the ability now, because you have LinkedIn Live on your business page? So if you have LinkedIn Live on your business page, can you actually create a story, a live stream for that showcase page?
I think you could. You can't really go to the showcase page, but you can do a LinkedIn Live featuring made in Texas or made in Louisiana or made in California. You can do that. Yeah. So you see this. So today is the first day that I actually do a giveaway where all the product comes from the same state. So you see, I'm making progress. So Texas is the first state for me to have enough stuff to give multiple, work with multiple manufacturers from one place.
I just think that's awesome that people are sending you stuff to share and promote. And I think there's a huge opportunity for you to continue to grow there. I mean, all 50 states, somebody makes something in every state. I have to imagine, it's like you just have to discover what it is.
The one that's difficult is your neighbor, New Mexico. If you
Oh, really?
if you find some food items that are made in New Mexico, make sure you let me know.
All
and
right.
and then like Colorado, Colorado was at the bottom of the barrel for a while, and then all of a sudden it took off. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Montana, Wyoming. Hey, by the way, if you go to Made in Wyoming, it's Made in Wyoming Foods. That's the page. If you go there, you'll see some pretty good looking chocolate candy. I mean, that's nice, and it's coming from Wyoming.
Yeah. I used to have neighbors when I lived in Oregon, Knopp's fudge. They used to sell it at the market down there. Some amazing fudge that was down there. But it's
But I think later down the road, just give me some time.
Oh yeah.
If this would have been available 6 years ago and I had started this 6 years ago, I would have 10 or 15 manufacturers in every showcase page. And California and Texas and Louisiana would probably have 100 different manufacturers.
Oh heck yeah.
But like I said, I'm just one person, right? Now, the funny thing that's happening is that I picked up 9,500 followers in the last 5 weeks.
That is amazing.
That is
All on
amazing.
the business side.
And not on the
your
business
personal
side,
page.
on the personal side. So the funny thing about it is now I'm spending more time on the business side, but the personal side is taking off like crazy. So you go figure. I don't know. When you start, like right now, I'm averaging right over 300 new followers a day.
Wow.
That's like
impressive.
That's like 12. That's something like 11 or 12 an hour. So you wait. So you go to bed and you wake up and you got a whole bunch of extra. Now here's the deal. You got to remember this. My 10,800 connections that's the real deal.
Yeah.
That's the guys that are well connected in the food business or beverage business, all over the country. Like the way I set it up, 96.5% of my connections are US.
Yeah.
And the 3% are people that are usually content creators in another part of the world. We got some interesting content creators all over the world, don't we?
Oh yes, we do. And
yeah.
We met quite a few as you live stream, and you and Calvin have been cranking it out for a while now. And we've had several conversations going back and forth, and testing and tracking on this live stream, and building pages and things. And you're much more in tune with the analytics, with Shield Analytics and what is it, Linkalize and things like. I have it, and I just haven't really. I've been running so hard that I don't pay as much attention to that. And it seems like that's been really valuable for you, and for those that are familiar with those platforms. I'd love to get your feedback on what. Drop me a comment, share a thought or a suggestion or a recommendation on how to improve on that. I mean, my trends, I keep looking at it, and the trends keep going up. And Randal, I've been doing this for a year now, and over 250 episodes over the last year. I know it's more than that, but that's what I've captured in my website. And so it's like every single, 5 days a week, every single day, very consistent. So it's just consistent growth over time. And you've been doing the same thing, been growing that. And the more businesses you get in your product pages and your showcase pages and vendors and manufacturers and food providers out there, it just automatically just gives you more. The more you share, the more you're seen, right?
See, the deal is, number one, I'm consistent every day, right? I have multiple posts every day. I got the giveaways with Calvin, right? So how they say, how some people say, well, LinkedIn's boring. Well, not if you can get free pizza. It's not too bad, So the deal is, I tell you what, I'm getting ready to run out of electricity, so I'm going to pass my cord over. And I am saved. How about that? Yay.
Awesome. Awesome.
Well, I'll fix that problem pretty quick. No, but the thing is, with the 9,500 new followers, it's kind of hard. There's so many things going on. It's very, very hard to figure out what exactly is making it happen. So it's between being consistent, being the fact that we're in COVID and people are more interested in food than ever, right?
Yeah.
Food is definitely a very, very important category. And then the deal is with the company pages and the showcase pages, all that activity, does that cause any, does that kick up the personal side any? I guess it does, right? Because if people see you on the company side, they still got to wonder, well, who is this guy? And then you head up in the personal side.
Yeah. Well, it has a ripple effect, obviously, because your followers have increased 9,000, over 9,000 in the last month. So, there is a cause and effect there. So it's amazing. So what do you see? You mentioned that you're going to be starting to live stream on your business page now. Are you gonna move over to your business page and continue to grow your
right? I'm gonna continue posting on the personal side, but I'm gonna start working on the business side.
Okay.
But going from 64 followers in December to 2,150, that's a lot of growth.
That is a lot of growth.
Because it's not as easy it's not as easy to do things on the company page as it is on the personal side.
But the benefit is you get to see who's following your page, though.
Right.
I was frustrated last night. I was trying to live stream on my business page, and I still don't have access. And I've submitted. I did a screenshot. I've applied, Randal, like 8 times already to get business page access. Because what I want to do is I want to continue, doing the pirate broadcast at 7 a.m. Arizona time, right?
Right.
And then I want to do other shows and other opportunities. And I was going to do an Ask Me Anything scheduled event, because I'm producing shows for other people now, and I want to be able to put that out there and schedule it so I can promote it and send people to a page that they can go sign up for. And so I'm working on how do you create a link that people can go to sign up and actually attend an event and promote it in advance. And that's the only way that I can see you could do it on LinkedIn.
Well, let me tell you this. What about have you done the LinkedIn event?
Yeah. That's what I mean. I could do it from my personal profile page.
No. But the thing is, when you do the LinkedIn event, it's not actually coming off of your personal or your business. It's actually, from what I understand, I may be wrong, but you're actually inviting all the people to your event. You're personally inviting. So like in my case, if I do a LinkedIn event, I'm actually going to that event. I'm not going to the personal side. I'm not going to the business side. And if I wanted to, if I wanted to invite 100 people from the meat industry, 100 people from the deli industry, and 100 people from the transportation industry, I can invite 300 people, and but I could still promote it on my personal page, and I could still promote it on my business page.
And you could promote it out on other social media. You could email it to your friends.
Right. Because that's the invite. That's the thing that you're talking about, the invite feature, because it actually tells you exactly when it's going to be.
Right. However, the caveat and the fine line that I'm working to produce, or the outcome that I'm attempting to produce, is if I have a virtual event that I'm going to be live streaming, and I want to live stream it from my business page, or I promote it through my business page, I can actually attach that event, create that event, say like 2 months in advance or a month in advance, and I can start promoting that event on social. That way they have a place to go to sign up, and then I can actually send notifications out that, yes, in fact, this is taking place. This event is
right. And then you could have conversation about it. You could actually, if you're gonna let's say you're going to talk about 5 software programs related to the broadcasting industry or whatever, then you could actually put that in your thing in the beginning, and people could actually have discussions about it before you even get to that event.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they're still notified. They're still notified when the time comes that, hey, that event is getting ready to happen. Once you're in that, and the good thing about the event is that all the people that actually go to that event, you get to see who it is.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be experimenting with it a lot more because I think there's a lot of power there that we can actually accomplish. And I got some events that need to be live streamed, and we'll continue to test it out and let you know how that works out. So,
yeah.
fantastic.
So it's just like if you're doing a deal with, for instance, pizza lovers of America. By the way, people love pizza. In the food business, when you talk about pizza, ice cream, cheesecake, that's when you have everybody's interest.
Yeah.
Especially Brenda and Tina. They love the
Brenda
pie and the dessert category.
Brenda likes pie.
So when I do things related to that, I usually send them a little heads up that, hey, I'm talking about cheesecake.
Awesome.
So Tina really loves the cheesecake. So it's always good to get engagement from outside the industry that you're in.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Randal, this has been fun. For those, reminder, if you follow Randal today, Calvin will pull your name from the hat, and somebody's going to win some food directly from Texas. Salsa, olive oil, and what was the third one?
And egg rolls.
Egg rolls. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, Randal, it's always a pleasure to catch up with you, and I thank you for dropping by and taking time out and sharing with the pirate community, and thanks for being a pirate, man.
Yeah, you and I definitely take advantage of that voice memo thing from LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Because I'll send you the message, and when you get to it, you answer it. We go back and forth, and I get a lot of your messages at like midnight, and it's like, hey, he probably thinks I'm sleeping already, but I'm not, you know. So that's a great way to communicate on LinkedIn. Really is.
Yeah, it is. I appreciate you and all the effort that you got into the food industry, and anything we can do to help you grow. Love to learn more and help you out. All right.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Take care, Randal. And as always, everyone, thank you so much for being part of the pirate community. And if you're not connected with others in the group, others in the feed, other pirates out there, join the movement, share a little kindness, because kindness is cool. Smiles are free, and you enjoy the day. Take care, Randal.
All right.
Have a good one.
I'll see ya.
Bye. Thank you for joining the Pirate Broadcast. If you found this content valuable, please like, comment, and share it across your social media channels. I would love the opportunity to help others grow in their business. The Pirate Syndicate is a platform where you show up, we produce the show. It's that easy. If you want to be seen, be heard, and be talked about, join the Pirate Syndicate today.